we are, everyone. It is great to see everyone. Tonight, we are here for one reason. Are you with me? Do you want to elect Zohran Mamdani as the next mayor of New York? Well, then I'm in the right place. Because in so doing, electing him as our 111th mayor, we will change the course of history. And it needs to be changed. Because right now, and I don't mean to take you all down to a dark place, because this has been a really uplifting experience. But right now, our city and our state and our country are under attack by Donald Trump and the Republicans in Washington. I mean, they're literally not just taking a wrecking ball to the White House, they're taking a wrecking ball to our very values, our people, and our progress. Get this. Donald Trump literally said, the shutdown is about killing democratic priorities. Now, what are those priorities? No, this gets bad. This gets bad. Killing food assistance for babies. Yeah, it really sucks. Killing money for seniors to pay their utility bills. Killing health care for New Yorkers already struggling to take care of their own lives. I mean, it even meant killing Planned Parenthood until we came in with money to keep it alive. Because they don't give a damn about women and their health care and their rights to an abortion. They're also killing major infrastructure projects, putting tens of thousands of hard-working union members out of work. Oh, friends, it gets worse. What about the ICE agents flooding our streets as we speak? Canal Street, Queens, the Bronx, they're everywhere, and they're terrorizing innocent people. And we have had enough. Now Donald Trump says, oh, we're going after the worst of the worst, the baddest of the bad. They're splitting up families. And let me tell you this actually happened. They took away mothers of babies who were nursing them and separated them. This is how cruel they are. Okay, how do you top that? Now, no, it continues. It's going to continue. It's all bad. Now, they're going after our Attorney General, Tish James. They go after Tish James, they can come after any of us. But here's what they did not count on. Here's what they did not count on. They always forget this about us. When we get punched, we fight back, and we fight back hard. We don't just fight, we win. Because time and time again, New Yorkers have been knocked down, and we get up stronger, louder, and more resilient than ever before. So I'll be fighting every day with my partners on the same side, Andrea Stewart-Cousins, and our Speaker, Carl Hastie. Give them a round of applause. But you know what? But we need something. Here's what we need. Oh, you're fired up. You're fired up. But the three of us can't do it alone. We need a fighter in City Hall who wakes up every day, ready to punch and fight for the working people of the city, and that person is Zohran Mamdani. And this is because Trump's America runs on fear and cruelty and division. But New York, we run on hope and compassion and optimism that never leaves us. So I say we are the state that does not back down, and I'm going to be working closely with Mayor Zohran Mamdani. But you know what? But you know what I admire about him so much? No, think about this. Zohran Mamdani. But you know what you should take inspiration from? Think about the fact that every single time people have forced him to endure hatred and threats, trying to use his faith or his name as a weapon, you know what he's done? He doesn't get out in the gutter with everybody else. He rises up with grace and courage and grit. That's the kind of leader we need. That's what we need. Because that Islamophobia and bigotry and hate-filled speech, that kind of bullshit doesn't belong in New York. And I see in him someone who sees a New York that is affordable, because we want to live here. We want families to grow here. We want them to prosper. So we need more housing. But you know what? Here's something I can tell you about personally. New York's first mom governor, we need more child care. And it has to be universal. Child care for everyone who wants it. So here's what we're going to do. Well, this crowd is fired up. All right. I can hear you. I can hear you. But here's, my friends, you want to see Zohran or not? Okay. Okay. All right. Listen, I got one plea for you. I love to see this energy and this passion. And for those of you who've not been involved in the voting or even campaigns before, I am so excited about what is going on here. But I need you to do something. All right, one more thing, my friend. This is about this November's election, but take that energy, that passion, and take it into 26 so that we can take back the House of Representatives, take the Senate, and take back our country. With your help, we will. Elect Zohran, and we take back America. Thank you, Queens. Thank you, New York. I love you guys.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Carl Hasty, New York State Speaker of the Assembly. and I have personally witnessed the profound impact that government can have on the lives of everyday citizens, particularly here in New York. And I come to you today not only as the first black speaker in the history of this state, but someone who calls this great city to home, namely the Boogie Down Bronx. That's why I'm proud to support my colleague and my good friend Zohran Mamdani to be the next mayor of the city of New York. We are living in an era where it's just too tough, where actions speak louder than words. Change makers are taking center stage, determined to bring about necessary transformations that will improve our communities. I need y'all to repeat after me. We deserve an affordable city. We deserve affordable city. We deserve an affordable city. We deserve an affordable city. All right. And as a supporter of Zohran, a candidate whose name has become synonymous with the fight for affordability in a city plagued by high inflation, I am deeply committed to this cause, and I stand behind him today. It's a cause that every single one of us has had to grapple with as we walk the aisles of the grocery store, as families seeking adequate care for their children. In a city not only run by coffee, but a reliable and accessible public transportation system, we've witnessed the stark reality of how many New Yorkers rely on these services with simultaneously struggling to afford these fares. During Zohran's 10 years assembly, I hear you guys, I've collaborated closely with him to prioritize the needs of everyday New Yorkers. Together, alongside the Assembly majority, we spearheaded initiatives to pilot a free bus route in every borough, providing a lifeline for families as they juggle their daily responsibilities. With Zohran as mayor, there's no imagining what we can do together. Now, I need y'all to listen to me again. So everybody, Zohran for mayor, Zohran for mayor, Zohran for mayor, Zohran for mayor. Now, under the leadership of Zohran, he will be the fighter we need in City Hall, a beacon of change for communities that have felt unheard for far too long. Affordability will be at the forefront of his agenda, and we can all stand together and witness leadership in action as we work towards an even better and brighter future for our beloved city. And don't forget, as we head to the polls, just remember, Zohran for mayor.
Good evening, New York. I love what I'm feeling here. We're going to win this, right? So, we all hear you. Here's what I want to say. I want to say that I remember living in New York City in the housing projects, Amsterdam and then Parkside. I remember having a child and needing daycare. I remember making $7,900 a year. And they told me that I was making too much. It was the first time that I had the opportunity, because I was young, 20-something, that I stood outside in front of City Hall with so many people just like me, begging the government to understand that I needed to work to support my child with dignity and to have child care. They didn't hear me. Fortunately, my mother stepped in, so I was able to continue work. This is a story that in 2025 still exists. It is a story of unaffordability for the things that we need every single day. However, we have Zohran. Not only is he about affordability, but you heard the governor, you heard the speaker, and you heard from me. And just as the speaker is a historic figure in the assembly, the governor, the first woman to ever hold a position, and I am the first woman to ever lead a conference in the history of New York State. I bring my experiences with me to the table. And I tell you my experiences so you know that I get it. He gets it. The governor gets it. And I also talk about the history because you are looking at history. Things that people said could never be done. People could never have these seats. They could never, ever sit at the table and make policy decisions. That's what they would have us believe. And yet, because you vote, we change history. We change lives. We make things happen. It's in your hands. You have the power. And one of the things that I was telling Zohran's campaign manager, Maya, you should give her a round of applause. Look where we are. Look where we are. Is that the first time I ran for Senate, I lost by 18 votes. 18 votes. In the longest race in history, they told me for February the next year that I lost by 18 votes. And look what happened. But I don't want you to, I want you to learn from what happened to me. You get out there. Do not rest. Do not stop. Knock on every door. You saw the QR code. Canvass, knock, and get people out there to vote because we don't have another chance. We can't miss this chance. And, you know, I'm just up north a little bit in Yonkers, but in Westchester, I always tell folks, is Westchester in the house? Come on, Westchester. Yeah, thank you. Hey. Thank you. Thank you. But what I always say up there is when Democrats vote, Democrats win. So here's what, but you know what, I'm going to be collective because I know there's a lot of people here. A lot of people want change. So what I'm going to tell you to repeat after me is when we vote, we win. When we vote, when we vote, let's go win. Thank you.